Hey guys, 828 Find Adventure. I thought you'd be interested in seeing the type of tires that I put on this Honda Ridgeline. I put the Falken Wildpeak AT3s on here, so let's have a look. So as you can see, the tires look a lot beefier than stock. These are the 265/60/18 Falken Wildpeak AT3s. Check out that. It's a deep tread pattern, but they are not noisy at all. I can barely tell a difference, and it really depends on the pavement you're on, which is pretty much the same as any tire. But these give it a great stance. They're a great width. And from what I understand, you don't even have to have a lift to run this size tire. I do have a leveling kit on the front. I have a 1.5 inch, but that doesn't really change the dimensions. The tire that'll fit on a Ridgeline can only be 30.5 inches high. And that's because you will get rub back in here on this, which there is a piece of metal behind that. So you're not going to be able to, like, let's focus in on that a little bit. You're not going to be able to, like, change that. There's metal behind it, so don't mess with that. So all I gained was 1.5 inches at the top. Does not have that does not have that rake in the front where it points down at the ground. Let's go around the front and check it out. I don't know if you can see that. It's got a really great, stance to it now with these wide tires. And they look great. They handle great. I'm running the OE shocks that came on it, the Struts. But look at that. It looks so much better with a thicker tire on it. I don't know why they didn't come from the factory like that. They probably would have sold more. Makes it look more truck-like. Now, one thing I'm going to do right now, let me show you from the back. See if you can see that, and you can see how much wider they are. They just look really good, especially these Falkens. The Falkens have a great tread pattern on them. It's not overly aggressive, but surprisingly, as a, an all-terrain tire with a texture like that, they're pretty quiet. Now, I haven't noticed any gas mileage changes, but this vehicle is 99% used around town. It is not used on the highway for long distance travels. Haven't done that yet in it. Since the tire change and the lift in the front. So now you will always, with a bigger tire, it weighs a little more. That might have a minimal impact on your gas mileage, unless you go up to like a heavyweight 10-ply sidewall like you put on a work truck. Then you'll notice issues. With these, they're not a 10-ply sidewall. They're just a basic tire that's an all-terrain and 3 mountain peak. Now, when you have lifts on the front of your truck and you raise it up, you're causing more wind resistance under the vehicle. That will have an impact on your gas mileage. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it, and I'm going to show you how much room I have. You can see some of my other little modifications in here. Okay, it's started. Let's turn the wheel. If you look, let's turn the wheel. I'm going to turn it all the way to the left. I'm going to show you the ground clearance. Okay. You see right there? I've only got a little bit of ground clearance right there, but it does clear. It does clear. And depending on where my vehicle is sitting, I have a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch of space left. So I could not go with any taller of a tire. This has a 60 sidewall, and that is the tallest I could go. Now let's turn the wheel the other way. Now you can see here in the front, it's got plenty of room. Somebody has come out with an axle relocation kit that moves the axle forward so it centers it in the wheel tub. And that enables you to put a larger tire on there, but that's very evasive work. And it's not the type of thing I want to do. So let's turn this wheel back. So you can see, I'll go over these interior modifications. You know, as you can see here, I've got a couple. And I will go over those in another video soon, real soon. I really wish I could find a piece of carbon fiber for this, but they don't make one that I've been able to find for the shifter style. If you know of one out there that's a carbon fiber that would match that or that, you know, let me know. Let me know what you know about. I'd be interested in finding that piece, but you know, I don't want to put a sticker on there, so that's where I'm at right now. So okay, so there you have it, the 2017 Honda Ridgeline with the 265/6018 Falken Wildpeak AT3. I love the way these things roll. So let's go drive around a little bit. Okay, folks, I hope you liked the video. If you would, please like, share, and subscribe. This is the 2017 Honda Ridgeline Black Edition. I'm about to roll over 200,000 miles. If you have any questions about that, comment below. Ask me what I've done to keep this thing rolling, and ask me what problems I've had with it. It, of course, has all the bells and whistles, so there's all kinds of things that could go wrong. So ask me those questions. This video was to let you know that I put 265/6018 tires on here. These are all-terrain tires. They have a kind of a lugged pattern, kind of a rough, I don't know, more off-road tread pattern to them. That does affect your clearance. If you went with like a Yokohama Geolander, you'd probably gain an extra 1/4 inch of room because of the way the tread pattern's designed on the corners of the tire. You know, these tires aren't that much noisier, or, you know, I don't even notice it anymore. And I don't play the radio a lot in the car. Just very, you know, not turned up at all. And, you know, so these tires, they're wider. They're not much taller. These are a 265, that's the width. 60, that's the sidewall height, by 18, which is the wheel diameter. These tires fit great. They run great. They're a 3 Mountain Peak tire. It's kind of a soft tread pattern, so that gives you a nice cushy ride. So, you know, you look into them, but you don't have to get the Falken Wildpeaks. You know, I like the Falken Wildpeaks. I just put the AT4s, not the AT3s like this vehicle, the AT4s on my full-size truck. And I love those as well. And they're even more beefier, even though they're an all-terrain. They look more off-road. So anyways, now I do have a 1.5-inch J-Sport front leveling kit on this Ridgeline to level it out so it doesn't have that nose down rake. Any sort of lift, 1 inch or more, will affect your gas mileage because of the wind resistance under the vehicle. That's not a lot. Now, I haven't tested it really on any long distance on the highway. I think the longest drive I've done in here is 120 miles. You know, since I got the lift in the tires. So, you know, it's just up to you. I don't worry about gas mileage because I don't have to drive that far in my current situation. If you did, you know, you need to think about that. You know, you can go with a wider tire. You don't have to do a lift, but you can fit a tire. A discount tire will do that for you. They'll do a tire fit to make sure it fits because they want to sell you tires. So if you go in there and ask them and go, what's the largest tire I can fit on here? I hear it's this. They'll try it out. They've done that for me. So, you know, give that a shot. You know, I'm happy with the look. I mean, the look of these tires, the 265 width on those tires just looks great. I don't know why they didn't do that from the factory. Like I said before, they would have sold so many more trucks. And if these Ridgelines were leveled out, now with a rake like that, it looks more like a Holden that they used to have in Australia with the V8s. And you know, you can do your car that way. You can, you know, lower it and have a rake on it, make it look like some street rod. That's another look. I went the other direction. So anyways, if you have any questions about these tires, please let me know in the comment sections below. I'll put links under the video in the description. Check those out. And, you know, let's see. Is anything else? Stay tuned. I'll be doing some new videos on interior and exterior mods. And, you know, while you're at it, check out the merch. You don't have to buy any. Just check it out. I did some t-shirts and stuff. I will be doing Honda Ridgeline t-shirts. So look for those. I'm working on them right now. So I don't know if anybody does any, but, you know, comment below if you know of any. I'd love to advertise for somebody like that. I will see you next time. Please subscribe. See ya.